IPCRF, which was the deadline on August 30 of 14. You cannot submit that anymore, no? Beyond 14. So the consequence is you will not be able to get your PBB.
Correct.
Yeah.
Exactly, Doc.
Kasi if you will not be, if you always come on late, the principal will reprimand you. Diba? If you are
Correct.
not submitting the LL, in which though teachers can teach under the heat of the sun without any DLL, but we are obliged to pass our, excuse me, our DLL. And if you don't, so you will face the consequence.
Correct, Doc.
If
Exactly.
you eat always, you will face the consequence of becoming chubby. Diba? So, ingana lang.
Yes, Doc.
No? Ang unang giingon nga in everything we do, we must be ready to face its consequence. Okay, sige.
Okay. So it was first introduced by psychologist B.F. Skinner or Barros Frederick Skinner and is a fundamental concept.
By the way, kinsa pa to atong mga kuan? We have Sigmund Freud, kinsa pa to si Pavlov's,
Pavlov,
kinsa pa to isa?
Skinner,
Skinner,
Alfred
Erickson,
Adler.
si
Eric
Alfred
Erickson.
Adler.
Eric
Erickson.
Erickson, kinsa pa tong isa?
Alfred Adler.
Adler. So kana sila nga tanan, take note kay moingon gid mo sa ako. Sakto gitong giingon ni ma'am no. Kana man because these are the theorists, no, of the theories that you are going to base in having your unsa in having your thesis. Kay ang problema baya sa test, di ba naman may problema sa thesis, di ba? So you will solve that. I-connect na ninyo kung kinsa nga theory ang inyong i-connect diha. Lagi, makaingon lagi mo sakto gyud ito si Mamba. There are so many theories, no? By the different theorists, no? So, inyo nang atimanon sa kani nga problema unsa kaha ang dapat nako nga which will solve the problem. Sige,
Okay.
go.
So let's continue. So operant learning involves the use of reinforcement and punishment to shape and modify behavior. Okay. So are you experiencing being punished, classmates?
Before. Laban
Oh,
na gamay pa.
okay. So can you share your experience?
Di na lang ta
Bossy
mag-tell
good
ma.
ang
Kaya ako sad, akong bugan, sige kakunot, akong talinga, sige ka kuan. But this
We are,
time, ayaw mo pa ni Malos, ha? Tiwas gid
yes,
mo ni
Doc.
Tulfo.
Correct, Doc. Tolfo is waving now.
Correct.
Okay, yes, Doc. So I have also experienced, Doc.
Because also of that policy, child protection policy. Because of that, unsa pa na, unsa pa
Child
na siya?
friendly, child
O,
friendly
child
environment.
friendly. Because of that vowsy. Diyos ko,
Yes,
kadaghan na lang. Di ba? But the consequence also is, tanawa atong mga bata, why mga batasan, right?
correct.
Very
Right, very right, you Doc.
consequence. That is
Mm-mm.
the consequence. Pero sa
Yes,
ato, ang consequence nato, tarong ta, mahadlok ta, di ba? So,
yes,
that's
Doc. We will not do it again, Doc.
okay.
Agam.
Oo.
Yes, Doc.
Sige.
Okay. So, uses reinforcement and punishment to shape and modify behavior. So, in our class, we are fond of giving rewards to those students who are very good in our class, right? So, at the end of the school year, so we have this so-called conduct award with honor certificates and medals. And then for those who are not doing good, no, so we are just guiding them to make them a better, no, in the future, inana na lang. Okay, so there are key elements of operant learning. Okay, first element is the behavior. Okay, so behavior refers to any observable and measurable action or response performed by an individual. So examples of desirable behaviors is being polite, no? Uh, what else? Punctual, kind, honest. So, and those undesirable behaviors like lazy, no, laziness, dishonesty. So those are the examples of desirable behaviors and undesirable behaviors. Okay, next element of operant learning is reinforcement. So it involves the use of rewards or positive consequences to increase the likelihood of a behavior being repeated in the future. So reinforcement can be either negative or positive. Okay. So let's take a look kung unsa ning mga positive reinforcement. Okay? So it involves providing a desirable stimulus referred to reward to strengthen a behavior. So for example, praising a student for completing their homework promptly to encourage them to continue doing so. So as I observe sa ako daughter, no, her advisor is fan of having kanang stamp doc nga na ay 5 stars, good job. So ing ana. So it makes my daughter happy, no?
Comments and remarks,
Yes,
even
dog.
tapping, even tapping in a shoulder. You good, good. You
Yes,
do good. Yeah.
yes, dog. So that's the example of positive reinforcement. Okay. So how about negative reinforcement? So it involves removing an aversive stimulus to strengthen a behavior. So for instance, allowing a student to skip a difficult assignment after completing a required task. So, my experience on this doc, uh, there are students who are exempted in the exam in MAPE, especially if they won, no, first place, champion in arnis or any kind of sports. So, naay kibali exemption sa ilaha nga gihatag. Okay?
Is that negative reinforcement?
For me, Doc, it's negative because instead of they are uh, sana, they have additional knowledge for that exam is mawala to siya, Doc. It's because they are exempted already.
I think that is not negative. That is positive.
Positive ba siya, Doc?
What
So that's the...
Na-mute ka, ma'am.
Okay, can you help me, classmates? Who
Na-mute
can
ka,
give
Ma'am
an
Rose.
example for negative reinforcement?
negative to?
Ang naka-negative, for me, Doc, it becomes negative because uh, they will not experience, they will no longer experience the exam, Doc. Something like that, Doc ba?
For me, doc, because I Mario doc. For doc, doc na mute ka doc.
Yes, go on, go on.
For me, doc, this is a negative reinforcement for me, doc, because I have experienced athletes who are really performing very poor, and then when sometimes they do not come to class, and then they tell me that they are athletes, so they have to maintain. They tell na, ma'am, bawal ibagsak ang athletes. So for me, it's a negative reinforcement because we can reprimand and we can control them.
Okay. In a different situation. In a
Yes,
different
yes, doc.
situation.
Yes,
Because
doc.
according to you, reinforcement can either result to a negative and positive.
Positive.
Di ba?
Yes, Doc.
So on the part of the student, kung gi-exempt nimo siya kay nakakuha na siya ging ana nga score. So gi-exempt nimo, that is his pride, di ba? Oh. So the more nga motivated siya to learn more because ma-exempted man kung taas ang grado, right? So it is a positive. But in the other way around, kanang mga athlete pod, kanang mga athlete magsalig na lang pod, 'di ba? So to themselves, it is not negative because they miss or they just rely, no, kay nakapasar na sila na maintain. That is why sa akong panahon sa Riverside pa ko, I will not allow students to be an athlete if they did not have that 80%. 75 magara man na, di na ko eskwela kasi 75 basta makapasar lang man, di ba? So, kaya di ba you either maintain the grade or raise to 5, di ba? Mo man ang balao, di ba? So, negative sa siguro they will take it positive, reward nila. But on the other hand, they did not realize that that is negative. So depende na siya sa pag-take sa isa ka estudyante. But for us, who knows, ingana, that is a negative. Pero dili man pod kay right after the meet or the athletic meet or the they are going to comply man. Hello? They will
Yes.
they
Yes,
will
ma'am.
they are told to comply the missed activities that they have.
Yes, Doc.
Diba? So,
Yes,
dili siya
Doc.
po negative.
For the others, Doc, pero naadjud mga estudyante, Doc, nga.
Because,
kuan.
dili man, after their kuan, after the activity, for example, they are obliged to ask for an activity. Diba? Anak man, dili man kay, di na sila miskwilo, 75 na. O na, kung wala if you did not understand, no, so, mao na, nga negative na para sa inyo. Kaya kana din module, unsa man na, negative, positive. Sige daw, Bi, negative, positive.
For me, Doc, is negative, Doc.
Ha?
For me, Doc, it's negative.
Negative.
Maghuyop, Doc. Yes, Doc.
Ah.
Because it happens, Doc, that the student will bring their modules at home and their parents will answer their activities and the learners will get no knowledge about it. So it becomes negative to the part of the student, and positive part for napo siya positive part kay ilang parents, the parents will answer their modules and then they get perfect score, but still they didn't understand their lesson, so it's
Okay,
still
so man,
negative.
there is a positive and
Negative.
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 Sige na, move on na to. Kita na mag daog.
Mahuman. Okay. Let's go now to punishment. Okay. So it involves the use of aversive consequences to decrease the likelihood of a behavior being repeated. So like reinforcement, punishment can also be either positive or negative. So let's take a look some examples. Okay. So let's have first positive punishment. So it involves presenting an aversive stimulus after an undesirable behavior to decrease its occurrence. For example, scolding a child for misbehaving. So it's a positive punishment do kanang mga saba kag bata.
Ha? Nya
Yes,
kay
no.
makuan naman ka di ana, sa kana ang kaso di ana, oral defamation man ka.
It
Positive
do,
ka.
depend.
Sika, iwat ka sa imong amahan, ana nga para ana. Diray ka, ingana. Okay ra din na, positive di ay na.
Maybe doc, it depends on how you scold a child. So in our classroom setting, diha ra jud magkuan dok, magsukod sa unsa ra gyud iyang sala, wala nay personalay, something like that dok, para walay below the
Nya kay
belt.
pag iyang kaglitsi ka, unya ana, ala kay mo ingon man, tumbong man ang batang ini, ingon si Ma'am Litsi ka. Oh,
Patay.
lagi mo na ningog. Hoy,
Yes.
ha? No,
Very
nainghanglan.
na.
We are always beautiful to the
yes,
sight
ma'am.
of our
Buyag, buyag, ma'am, buyag.
fresh. Fresh. Ha? Dili kay when I first first day sa akong assignment sa Riverside. You know where is Riverside? Diya sa Baan. Nag-meeting ko. Mas man akong gingana. Good grooming, like that. And there was teacher nga ko, ma'am, dili kaya mag-lipstick siya. Dili man gyud ko man lipstick, ma'am. Ko, ano man ma'am, allergic ka? Sa dili po. Ko, tagaan ta ka ma'am, ug kuan ma'am. Kanang, sa panawis siya, nga lipstick, nga mahal. Eh, unsa pa na ka ng foundation gani nga mga mahal, unsa pa na siya?
Parang Mary Kay, ma'am.
Mary Kay.
Mary Kay.
Mary Kay.
Mary Kay.
Dito ko ma'am ko. Sige ma'am ha. Basta kinahanglan dili ko makakita sa imo nga man lipstick ka samtang ni pa ko sa Riverside. So grabe po ni ma'am. Magparty gani ayo gyud pang lipstick. Ah. O sama sige naman mag-lipstick lang ko gamay ma'am. That's it. Di ba? Oh. Ato nga time na lipstick na siya. Sometimes kita ba ang model sa atong estudyante? Si Ma'am Jude, oh, pa anak siya, oh, nag-fashion show siya, nag-fashion. Hoy, kinsa man na siya? Si Ma'am kuan baya ni Maming ana baya maglakaw si Ma'am. Sundugon. Bisa mga anak sa mga buhok, sundugon. Nya ganahan mo. Okay lang kung positive, di ba? Kay ganahan ta og negative. Iwas. Nakatugin nga na, ang sapatos lagi ni Ma'am kay pud-pud na. Diyos ko. No? Kaluoy pod sa teacher ay. Sige na. So they will be influenced in the society, di ba? Kita gyud na diha. We will be influenced. Bisan ganing mga agi magsuwat si Ma'am sa blackboard, no? Kanya Ma'am, in love ako kanimo. Wow, kay kada kong lubot ni Ma'am tapos dito pagid agi, Coca-Cola body pagid Poise and Bearing magsulat lang. Kinsa gyud dili ma in love ana? Ya pag gwapa, wow, si Ma'am gwapa. So that is maybe the reason nga dili sila mo absent kay ma-miss nila ang inyong pagkagwapa. Imong pagkagwapa.
Sana all.
Yes. Labi na mga elementary, mga ana, oy. Magwapa lagi among teacher ma, gwapa lagi among teacher ma. Oh. That's it. Mas labaw sa mga high school, di ba? Kaya ano ba yan sila yung mga crush. Nya kay adto ba lately ra man nga o kanang mga uso na what's this kanang pants di ba ni adto mga sayal di ba? Hello, di ba mga sayal ato adto no mga pencil di ba? Mga stocking.
Stop.
Di ba? Have you experienced that one before? No, ako daghang ko na.
Akong mama, Dok.
Yes, wow. Oh. So nindot kayo di stocking, wow legs kayo, limot pakibot-kibot oh, di ba? So that's it. No, we influence them and that is the theory of Albert Bandura, social learning theory. Napay bata nga nag role playing. Nya gi-portray niya si kon, who is that? As man pasinyo man niya. Yeah, that's it.
During Teacher's Day, Doc, may mga ingana nga mga activities.
Yeah.
Wow,
Oo.
pasiaw sa mga students.
Oo. Go on.
Okay, Doc. Thank you for that, Doc. Okay, so let's go now to key principles and components of social learning theory. So first, principles and components is observational learning. So which refers to learning by observing the behavior of others. People can acquire new behaviors, skills, attitudes, and emotional reactions by watching others perform them. This learning occurs through modeling or imitating the observed behavior. So there are some students who says bad words, no? And then when they feel bullied or hurt, so they say bad words. So that's why their classmates will acquire that bad behavior na mamalikas na hinuon pud, no? And also, especially children, no, who are fond of imitating, no, their idols, especially if kanang, as what mom said or Doc Pasenyo said, beautiful, no, and then well dressed, so
Ah,
they,
remember ha, remember ha, remember. Kana bitaw yung mga expression, all right? Did you understand? Ayaw na ninyo pa sige ninyo gamita. Pina si ma'am all right? Okay, gino. Yeah, I heard that.
Tinuod na Doc.
Understand? Una si ma'am understand. Kaya na understand. All right? Okay? All
Okay.
right. So, na si ma'am all right? Patay. So, na. Sige. Because they will imitate what they hear, what they observe, di ba?
Yes, Doc.
Okay. And
Okay.
then there are even na madagko na nga na lagi ka. Ay nakasundog mag sa atong maestra ba si Ma'am idol kay to nako siya. O di ba? Si Sir idol kay to nako siya pinahapa ang hapay.
Pinatay.
O di ba? Oh, that's it. Sa pagkabuutan. So kadto si Ma'am namatay na ha. Idol kay to nako kano man. Buutan kay to kaayo, o di ba? Kato siya pa sa inyo, di ba to kay, grabe to, ka-dragon. Oh, di ba? Grabe to, kalayla di lima. Oh, yan na. Sige, go on, ma'am.
Okay, so next is models and modeling. So a model is a person whose behavior is observed and imitated by others. Models can be real life individuals such as parents, teachers, and peers. Okay, so symbolic figures. Example is characters from books, movies, or media, or even oneself in certain situation, or self-modeling. So observing models can be a powerful influence on an individual's behavior. That's why we parents, no, we must be responsible to our children because we are their first model, no? We parents. And then second, teachers, no? So we are the second parent, so we are their second model. So we must be uh presentable, no? Responsible, and
Yes. Kato gid among teacher. Kay wagid ko kakuan nga na late to. O, di ba? Pero oban, ang among teacher kay pero man late. Nga mingon nga na ba? Stop coming late. Nya siya di ito wala. O, di ba? Na mga ingana nga mga estudyante na to.
yes, Doc, they are fun on comparing rabadayon, Doc.
Of course, yes. Makatanaw man gid sila. Kay
Yes.
ang teacher nga isa nagklase na, ikaw mo papag-abot nimo, unya may nagag sit down. Ana dayon. Kay na late man.
And also, Doc, they are suggesting dire na ka sa mong section kay way klasihay.
Oh, yes.
Yes, Doc, naay nga na nga mga bata.
Yan ako may migrado, oh, di ba? Amo
Oh.
ra giuwat ha. Sige, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so next is vicarious enforcement and punishment. So this means that individuals can learn not only from direct consequences they experience but also by observing the consequences others face to their behavior. So if a model is rewarded for a behavior, it is likely to be imitated, or this refer to vicarious enforcement. So conversely, if a model is punished for a behavior, it is less likely to be imitated or vicarious punishment. So mas pilion jud sa mga bata katong mga rewarded, no, nga mga model. Okay. So next is reciprocal determinism, which means that behavior, personal factors such as thoughts, beliefs, and emotions, and the environment all influence each other by directionally. So, meaning to say that behavior influence consequences, and then vice versa. Consequences influence behavior. So if the students are good in our class, So the consequences is they will be rewarded. So if they will be rewarded, they are the good students. Okay. So people are not passive learners. Instead, they actively shape and are shaped by their environment through their actions and interpretations. Okay. So let's move on to self-efficacy. Okay, it refers to an individual's belief in their ability to perform a specific task or achieve a particular goal. So high self-efficacy leads to increased motivation, efforts, and persistence in pursuing goals, while low self-efficacy can lead to avoidance or reduced effort. So if we are effective, no, teachers or efficient teachers, we are in high self-efficacy, no? It will lead to increase our motivation, but sometimes uh as what I observe, so if the principal give you task and then you are not uh going to do that task, so and next time they the principal will not sana give you task anymore, no? So mawai ang trust sa imuha. So you are unsa man low self efficacy or dili ka efficient ka teacher. It's because wala ka ni follow or wala nimo na nabuhat o ginsakto ang iyahang
That
gibuhat.
is why when you are given a task by your principal, do it. No, do it because he or she trusted you. No?
Yes.
Kaya nga nung sa kadaghan ninyo nga nung sa imo man nagyatag, kaya nakasayod siya nga himuon na nimo. Ha? Di kay magbagot-bot. Sir, na. Dili mabagot-bot. And if you sir, kindly give this to you talk to your principal because your principal knows that when he or she gives you the task, you will do it. No? Nga masaligan ka. E di mo na niya hatag sa lain. Hindi mo kasaligan, di ba? So,
Yes,
be thankful. Be thankful. The price of good work is more work.
correct, Doc.
The price of good work is more work. Sige.
Okay.
Pero dito man po kaiguon sa unsa to the four styles of a person, di ba? Katong inyong giural nga upat ka buok, di ba?
Yes.
Oh, dito ka. Sige.
Okay, so let's go now to Bandura outline for four essential processes involved in social learning. First is attention. So observers must pay attention to the model's behavior and its consequences. That's why we teachers and parents, we must be a keen observer, no, or observant on our students or in our children on whom they idolize, no? Kay basig ma-mislead na hinuon sila. Okay? And then, retention. Observers must remember or retain the observed behavior to reproduce it later. That's why we have this anecdotal record, no? So, para ma-remember nato tungod sa ilahang mga unwanted behaviors. Okay, next is reproduction. Observers must be capable of reproducing the observed behavior, which may involve physical or cognitive skills. And then the last one is motivation. So observers are more likely to imitate the behavior if they are motivated to do so. So influenced by factors such as the model's characteristics, the potential rewards or punishments, and their own self-efficacy beliefs. So motivation is very important because through motivation, we as a person will be inspired, no? Or it boosts our confidence, no? Kay naa may ni motivate sa atoa. Okay.
Just in your lesson planning, there is motivation there, di ba?
Yes, yes, Doc. Exactly, Doc. Okay, let's go now to social learning theory has significant applications in various fields, including letter A, education. Okay, so teachers can use modeling and observational learning to demonstrate desired behaviors and skills to students. That's why we are fun on giving them examples, no? Na dapat tularan natin si kahit wala siyang mga paa pero okay, nagpatuloy siya sa kanyang pag-aaral at naging okay, matagumpay sa buhay. So there is always reflection, no? And also give examples nga makapa-inspire sa mga students. So mo na ang social learning in education. And letter B, behavior modification. Social learning principles are used in behavior therapy, no, and behavior modification programs to encourage positive behaviors and discourage unwanted ones. And then next is media influence. Okay. So understanding the impact of media and role models on behavior can guide media literacy programs and responsible content reaction. That's why in every teleserye, no, before the flash the teleserye, there is a paalala, no, na there are uh, mga hindi pwede sa mga bata, no, na manunood. So proper guidance of the parents. Okay. Okay, next is okay, wala na mo? Okay, so parenting. Parents can serve as positive role models and use observational learning to teach children appropriate behavior. So, again, as parents, we must be no responsible. Dapat katigutan mo disiplina sa ato ang mga anak. And also, organizational behavior. So, social learning theory can inform leadership and training programs within organizations, promoting desired behaviors among employees. So, social learning theory is very important to our youth, no? In our church, there is always summer camp, no? Kung wala pa lang dyan ng NLC karon, so maybe our church will organize summer camp for the youth to enjoy, no, or socialize other people, improve their leadership, and then making friends, no, and then they will have recollections, so something like that nga makaboost sa ilahang self-confidence and self-esteem. Okay. So, okay, that's all my report. Thank you, Doc, and thank you, classmates, for your sharings and listening.
Okay, thank you ma'am, sagot.
You're welcome po.
So ma'am, sagot. I'm giving you 100 ma'am, sagot.
Thank you po, Doc.
Mamunyon, did you remember what's your grade last night?
No, wala ni mo na-mention, Doc.
Huh?
Wala ni mo na-mention last night, Doc.
I'm giving you 98 ma'am, ano,
Okay, Doc.
Mamunyon.
Thank you.
Okay, so our reporter tomorrow is Ma'am Malio. Okay.
Yes, Doc.
Uh, we are going to because I know that some of you have not made yet their action plan. But Lore submitted the action plan. They have to read that. Dapat ha, ang action plan dito ha, you are going to present your action plan on Friday. Kinsa pa'y naka-upload ng action plan? Hello?
Loday pa, Doc.
You know how to make the action plan, ha? By column-column, ha? By column-column, ha? An
Yes,
action
Doc.
plan on
Okay, Doc.
addressing the issue of child bullying in ana. Okay, so all about the activities are in bullying, diba? Okay, there are person involved, the activities, that one, and then what to do, diba? Nga naman ang action plan nato, no? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Balo ba mo maghimong action plan sa inyong eskwelahan? Ma'am Roxanne, did you make also an action plan in your private school?
No, ma'am. It's our principal.
Ah,
I'm just in my
how about
focus on teaching.
the teachers are used to make an action plan if they have programs, di ba? Okay, especially in our SIP and EIP, right? Hello, teachers in DepEd.
Yes, ma'am.
So, you know how to make your action plan. So, any queries? 6:36 pa lang. I-dismiss na mo sa'yo para makahimo mo. Any queries? Okay lang ba sa inyo kung i-dismiss mo sa'yo or magpadayon?
Doc, last submission tomorrow, Doc, no? 9 p.m. for
Yeah.
the action plan.
Oo. It
Okay
will be
po.
tomorrow.
Okay.
So, be sure to upload that, no? Tomorrow, kay overtime man po na ako siya o study.
Okay, Doc.
Okay na.
Doc.
We're done, man. We're done with our syllabus. So, any queries? Any questions? Clarifications? So, okay lang sa inyo nga dili ita mag-meet og kuan face to face for the culminating, ha? Dili na lang ta. Hello?
Okay po,
Yes,
Doc.
ma'am.
Okay, Doc.
Right after the exam, right after the oral defense on Friday, we will move immediately to our what's this? To our culmination.
Okay, Doc.
So tomorrow, ha, I just want to Thursday naman tomorrow, no? Okay.
Yes po.
Siguro, ha, basta I might be late because that is our first day in our basic education monitoring and evaluation framework, no? So it will be in Grand Palace and then on Friday also. But rest assured that bahala na kay up to 9 o'clock man ta, di ba? Up to 9 o'clock man ta. Bahala dihara mo, baka sugod ta mga 6, basta we will have to meet. Okay?
Okay, Doc.
Okay, Doc.
Okay. If there's no more questions, so let's dismiss early so that you can still make your action plan.
Thank you, Doc.
Thank you.
Doc, thank you.
Action plan kinitiya. Kabalo ra ba ko? So make a true situation really that is happening in your own school, no? Nga diin involved ka. Kay kung nahitabo sa imong school nga dili ka involved, maglatagaw imong mata kung nagunsa ka. Yeah? So kinahanglan naa. Or if it does not happen in your school, it can either be in the community but you are involved in it. Nagid ka na kay involvement kay makahibalo man ka kung saon paghimo. Okay? So right after that, I encourage you to present your action plan to your school head. Aha.
Okay, Doc.
Tanong sa ba? Siguro pampod no kay because your principal, so you will sit down and then you will just email informing a mom I have presented my action plan to my principal.